You know what the worst part about the holidays are? As an adult, you don't get what you want, and you end up spending your money on gifts that people don't want themselves. But thanks to my friends at Reddeer Games, you can pick up a bunch of games for an incredibly low price and still have the money to buy your mom that foot massager that you got her, the last 2 Christmases. So here we go. We're going to talk about all the amazing deals at Reddeer Games starting this week, and all you have is this week, and then we're also going to talk about Cyber Monday towards the end of the video as well. And this isn't just for my American friends, so I've got a lot of great deals for all of my friends in Europe as well. But I do want to ask you guys a favor. If you could, in the comment section below, please just write the name of the game that you think looks most appealing to you. Anyway, we're going to do this pretty quick, so let's start off with the first one, and that is Mojito the Cat. This is a cute 3D puzzle-solving type game that sort of reminds me of Toad's Treasure Tracker in the way that the camera moves with the screen. I personally like rolling around with the rhino. It's got an incredible gameplay loop and just a whole lot of fun, and it's one of those games that pretty much anyone can pick up and play, and I really appreciate that, especially with the holidays coming up. This is the deluxe version, so you get all those goodies in there, but regularly this game is $9.19, and right now it's $1.99. Now next on our list is Little Mouse's Encyclopedia, the Ultimate Edition. Now this is a game I want to spotlight because right now it's 83% off, which means regularly it's $12.19 and right now it's $1.99. Now the best thing about this is, as a parent with little children, I tricked them into learning, and that's what this game is about. It's about learning. But I was playing this on the TV and both of my kids were kind of looking at it, wondering what I was looking at, and even my 7-year-old, who's a little bit more savvy, he was unconsciously learning about animals as I was showing him the game. See, in this game, you're a little mouse and you explore around your burrow, around the forest, around a pond, and in these different areas you'll find different animals, different plant life, different insects, all sorts of stuff to interact with, and whenever you click on a new item, you can learn a little bit about it. It pulls a card up and it'll tell you some interesting facts it's short and sweet. It doesn't kill the fun of learning, which is what I really like about this game. Not to mention that it also has a few little cards I found in there that have activities that you can do in real life, which I think is a really cool idea as a parent as well. And this game can be used, I think, in 2 ways. One, you can either say, look, if you want to play Five Nights at Freddy's or whatever, I want you to give me 10 minutes playing Little Mouse's Encyclopedia and just tell me some information about some stuff you learned on your little adventure. Or this can just be an outright game for them. Now, like I said, for my kid, yeah, he wouldn't fall for that. But some kids, younger kids, they would definitely enjoy just looking around and reading and finding out about different plant life and animals and stuff like that. But I think this is a really great game, and I love the idea behind it. I hope they continue to make more of these and expand upon it. But right now, like I said, I'd pick it up for $1.99, especially if you have little kids or kids 10 and under, because I think that you're really going to get a lot out of this, and you can do it for a really cheap price. Way cheaper than buying a lot of books that are incredibly expensive, and honestly, kids don't really read as much as they used to, so implementing something like this in their daily learning activity is a really cool idea. Now for our next game is a really great party game, and it's called It's Kooky. This game features black and white images where you'll find something that can be off a little bit. Maybe you see a jellyfish wearing shoes, or kids pulling a dog on a sleigh on a snowy day. Just fun stuff like that. Now this is a game that we put up on the TV, and as a family just kind of sat around, and whoever found the funny image or images would get the points, and it was just a really kind of fun game to kind of turn into a whole group activity. And this game is regularly $9.99. Right now, it's $1.99. If you haven't noticed, there's a bit of a theme going on, and that trend continues with a game that I don't really like, and it's called Fluffy Horde. Now, I don't like this game because it has consumed so much of my time, and this was time that I should have been doing work for the channel and playing other games, but I just keep playing Fluffy Horde. I'm still playing Fluffy Horde way too much. This is a game that is regularly $9.99, and right now it's $1.99. This is a very interesting tower defense game where you protect windmills from, a horde of rabbits, and it's very, very fun and engaging. There's so many different little aspects to it and strategies that you can use. It's one of those things that we've been going back and forth on with some of the other YouTubers and stuff like that that I know play the game, talking about how to get from one level to another. Because as it goes on, it gets rather difficult, but it is so much fun, and it's a game I would definitely recommend picking up, especially if you like tower defense games. But even if you don't, this game is a lot of fun, and it's really funny too. And now we're going to go to something that's diametrically the opposite of that. It's a game that I reviewed not too long ago because of just how I felt after playing it. It will definitely change you a little bit. This is a game where it goes through some really radical mental changes. You see a character combating and dealing with some very powerful emotions and feelings. At the same time, you're also going through your own frustrations and emotions, as this has kind of the Flappy Bird mechanics, and it gets really difficult. I will say this, like, the story keeps you going, and even though you run into some of these difficult walls, it just keeps you engaged and keeps you playing because you want to find out what happens to the character, you want to find out more about the story, and with each growing moment, you just find more and more out. Now, this is a sale that is typically $19.99 and is now $1.99, so that's right, 90% off. And this I can confirm is both North America and in Europe as well. So in our next game has you rolling through randomly generated stages while racing your friends or the computer in a game called Clumsy Rush. Now this is, by the way, the Ultimate Edition. This game did just come out a few days ago, and it typically will sell for $6.19, but right now it's $1.99. Unlike the other game that it kind of reminds me of, that one that Nintendo charged you $15 for. You know, has that pink dude in it. But no hate, they're all fun. And this game specifically is a ton of fun. And again, this is one of those that I just love bringing out in front of the family. And I mean even the whole family, including that uncle who has never played a video game and uses the TV remote and doesn't understand why his character isn't moving. Even that guy will get this. Are you looking for something a little bit more edgy? Something that you can throw some Trivium on or some Lamb of God and just rock out to? I got another good game for you. Elementals, which is a fighting game that has 30 playable levels, 6 different characters you can choose from. A little more hardcore with the violence than like Smash Brothers, but it's cartoony, it's still all fun. And it's a game where you have like shards that you can use as a weapon, and when you run out, you headbang to get more, which is pretty cool. It's typically designed for 2 to 4 players with local multiplayer, or you can just play against a computer. Either way, you're going to have a lot of fun with this one, especially if you're into fighters. I know I enjoyed it, and I love the soundtrack, to be honest. Now, this is a game, by the way, that the deluxe edition is available for $1.99 or the regional equivalents in Europe. And in America, it's just the regular version, but don't feel bad if you're in America, because basically the bundle consists of the soundtrack, which you can also pick up for like 99 cents. So you can basically get the equivalent of the bundle for like $3. You know, you're all good. If you've had too much of the mosh pits and you just want to relax and chill out, then I got a good game for you as well, and that is Cattails. Now, this is a game where you essentially take different pictures that are based in a fantasy world, you know, with cats and dragons and magical umbrellas and whatnot, and you can play with the colors, you can change it up, you can add your own flair to it, and just kind of sit back and relax, and, you know, a lot like people use the adult coloring books, that kind of thing. And right now, $1.99. Typically, though, it's $19.99, and in fact, the regular version is still $19.99, so don't make the mistake of buying that. Right now, the deluxe version is $1.99, and that goes for both Europe and North America. So looking forward to Cyber Monday. And thanks to my friends at Reddeer Games, we have a game called Bit Orchard, Animal Valley, a special edition. Now, this is a game that is typically $6.19 and is now $1.99. Now, imagine if you would take like Stardew Valley and combine it with like old school Game Boy. This is basically what you would have. For me, it's a perfect little game. It's kind of like a pocket version of a lot of the farm simulators. You go in there, you buy some seeds, you harvest some stuff, you make a few things, you sell it, you water your plants, you go on about your life. You can also expand your house. You can expand your farmland, do a lot of fun stuff like that. So it's perfect for, you know, when you want to play just maybe 10-15 minutes of a game. Now, I could also see someone really getting into it and expanding a lot. For me, it's been a real fun like game that I play on a break or something like that. But again, for $1.99, you don't really want to miss that. Alright, for the last game, I have to say I was a bit skeptical on this one, and it did kind of bother me because it reminded me of shovelware. But it's not. This game is AAA Clock 2. Now, I have to assume that the creators of this are just really funny guys, because they go into all the stuff that the clock aspect of the game does. You know, sets alarms, things like that actually would be kind of helpful. Underneath it all, it just says, oh, and a fun platformer. This fun platformer is really a lot of fun, and is actually really good. Like, it performs really well, responds, the controls are really good on it. Like, I was really surprised by how fun the platformer aspect of the game was. And it's the characters that are on the clock screen itself, but I was actually really taken back by just how good that aspect of the game is. And again, this game is $1.99. So if you're adding it up, you can basically buy every one of these games for the price of a cheeseburger and a beer at your local pub. That's a shout out to Switch Up, by the way. Anyway, though, guys, great sales. I enjoy a lot of these games. I really do. I was surprised by how much I enjoyed a lot of them, especially when you see that $1.99 price tag. It makes you a little skeptical. Like, well, how good can it really be? Games like To Leave are insanely good. And then there's some really just fun games that I can't explain just how great they are as little playing with family and friends. You know, it's not something you have to go in like with Super Smash Brothers or even Mario Kart. You got to explain everything to them and people are getting mad. And, you know, no, it's just silly and fun. But anyway, guys, I still have a few reviews left for the week. I'm going to try to keep you updated on sales and all that, but life does get crazy, especially around the holidays. But either way, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Oh, and we're almost at 700 subs. Let's get there. Let's do this, baby. I appreciate each and every one of you. Like always, I'm wishing you health, wealth, and above all, I hope you're truly happy because you make me happy. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.